Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Ashanti and Nelly. I'm going to be looking into what's up with that couple, if they're in love, and just to see what's up, Some people are saying that she doesn't look happy, that she looks kind of stressed out. So we're going to see if that man is stressing out that lady and what's up. So let's begin. Also, thank you to everyone that supports the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Alright, so let's see what's happening with this Ashanti and Nelly. I'm just going to be pulling some energies and I'm going to be asking my questions. Alright. Okay, so we have, let me start with the health in reverse. So the health is all about healing, right? Sort of just like healthy habits, something that sort of like enhances your life for the better. That's in reverse, guys. So what I'm seeing here to start off the energy of this spread, a vibe of something that might be inducing a form of sickness, right? Almost like what you thought was going to heal you is not healing you. That's what I'm seeing here, right? There's definitely a vibe of sickness, right? And sort of disorders. Now let's see what's happening with this communication, right? Because we have like this whole vibe of like news and communication. Let's pull and see. What can we see? What is this communication pertaining to? Because it always doesn't have to be good, and it always don't have to be bad. And isn't this cool? The card landed on top of this card. So let's see. What is this communication about? Okay, taking time to relax. You know what I mean? A cleanse, a vacation. So what I'm seeing here is trying to come out of a vibe of sickness, of disturbance, sort of just like things not right, a vibe of sort of just like, I don't know, problems, right? And it's kind of just like, okay, let's heal, let's go through this cleanse. Let me see, who's going through this cleanse? Who is this news pertaining to? Is this the man or is this the woman? Okay, so we have a woman here and we have the man and a woman. So what I'm seeing here is that the woman is the one who initiated this. So I'm seeing that she's the one sort of like initiating this vacation, this cleanse, right? And look, she's even trying to cleanse here. This is a beautiful deck. I don't use it often. It's funny because I got it when it first came out. And that was actually like when I was doing readings on YouTube, but I like never used it. I have my reasons. But yeah, like I had this deck like as soon as it came out. I ordered it and received it, but I just like never use it like that. Like I only use it like every now and then. But what I'm seeing here is that a woman that feels like she needed to have a cleanse, to like leave the sickness behind, the stress behind. It was bothering her with this 8 of knives, 8 of swords, right? It was something that was stressing her. Something where she felt like she was losing her identity. You see how this woman's looking at herself in the mirror? She's like, this relationship, this life, it's making me sort of lose my identity. But it's funny though, she's still trying to incorporate him on this cleanse. And it's because, I don't even know if they're married. Let me just be honest. Yeah. So I'm not even going to speak on that. I don't know if they're just dating or if they're married. It doesn't matter either way. The energies are going to show. The 4 of Wands it can relate to a marriage, right? A committed relationship. You know, some people don't have the whole ring, you know what I mean? Engagement ring and marriage and all that. Like they could just be deeply committed. So what I'm seeing here is that even if this guy isn't her official husband, she sees him like a husband, right? So she's like, yo, you're supposed to be supporting me. You're supposed to be, carrying me. So she's the one that initiated because she felt like she was losing herself. This fireworks is a cool energy because it can relate to intimate passion, right? So let's see what's happening with this intimate passion. And also this is in the heart state, in the spiritual realm and all that. So what's going on with this intimate passion? Okay, so there might be some sort of betrayal going on, right? With this intimacy, this, one second, let me take my card. It could be some, I have like an issue. I don't know if you guys can tell, like when my cards be dirty and shit or have spots or anything, like I'm always trying to clean it. It like ticks me off. It's something wrong with that. I have like an issue with that. But anyway, the devil and the 10 of swords, it can relate to cheating. I gotta be real. Someone has cheating on their mind or in their heart space, right? Because this is the heart space, right? With the devil relating to restrictions. This relationship, it has restrictions. It's not a light energy. It's not an uplifted energy. Especially when someone's like saying things like, oh, we need to go on a cleanse and we need to heal. Let's go on a vacation. When you're phrasing it that way, it's not like, oh, let's have fun, or, oh, I want to see such and such place. We need to go on a vacation. This is kind of like the energy isn't good. The energy is like, it's negative and shit with the sickness here. And it's kind of just like, okay, let's try to make it better. This is someone trying to fix something that's not necessarily right? But again, someone has like betrayal, and I don't know, it's telling me it's a fraud here too. Is there anything else we can see with this betrayal and this fraud? What else can we see? Okay, this is a karmic situation. When justice comes out, or when something's like karmic like this, it represents a lesson that you should have learned. Whatever is negative that's going on in this relationship, this is something that she should have learned from, something that he should have learned from. So I'm seeing a karmic energy, and this is the future slot. In the future slot, we have cheating here. So, and theft. What else can we see? Because I'm seeing that someone's going to be cheating in the future. What else can we see? Someone already feels that way in their heart. Okay. This Hierophant. And this is actually funny, because I'm not saying that the guy is a saint or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it real. This relationship is not keeping this woman happy. When we speak of the Hierophant can also relate to devotion, right? This woman, it's almost like she has an unnecessary devotion to this guy, right? That's going to end up turning toxic, where there's going to be cheating, and she's not going to be one of the innocent people in this situation. It's not kind of just like, oh, just the guy is going to be the one cheating or doing like things that he shouldn't be doing. It's going to be her as well. And I'm not saying she's wrong. It's just what it is. A man could have popped up. It's saying that this is a sick relationship. It's not a healthy, happy relationship. That this is a relationship with restrictions, with pain. And it's kind of just like, sometimes you got to know when to just die. It just is what it is. Like sometimes as humans, we need to know when to let things die. And sometimes we need to know when to just die. I guess this must be a message to someone. I don't know, because I'm being kind of like drawn to like say it basically. That sometimes, because I have a whole range of people watching my readings, from all sorts of people, different ages. So sometimes when I say things, the energies are like pulling me to say it because I guess it might help someone. But let me get to the message. As humans, sometimes we need to know when to let things go, right? When something's dead, we need to know when to just let it die. Not only that, but sometimes we just have to accept death for what it is, right? And it's funny because I was having a conversation about like death, actually, which is hilarious. The conversation was about like when to like not how to die with dignity, because I was making the argument that you can't necessarily die with dignity, because some people, they die throwing up and shitting and shit. So like, it's like, how can you have dignity really when you're shitting on yourself and shit like that? But I was trying to make the argument that like, sometimes you just have to know when to just say, okay, this is where I die and I'm not going to do the most, right? It's kind of just like when some people have a bad health condition where it's kind of just like, it's not really going to be looking too good. And it's kind of just like, I don't want to put like negative energy out there, but let's just say if it's just terminal and that's it, and it's no way to really fix it, some people want to force it. It's kind of just like, no, I can't accept it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to like pump myself with all these medications. I'm going to like use all these different herbs, and I'm going to go through all this sort of like radiation treatments and shit. And then it's kind of just like, you make things worse. You don't, like you end up leaving this place real worse than it would have been, right? Than if you would have just accepted it. So it's like, sometimes it's okay to fight, but sometimes we need to know when to just let things go and when to just die. It just is, that's part of life, right? And I'm not saying that it's an easy decision, and I'm not trying to be on no high horse. Like I said, this is just like a conversation I was having, which is interesting that this is popping up now, like this Hierophant and everything, like the message and all. But yeah, what I'm seeing here is that she should have known, and he should have known when to let things have just died. Let me see. What's the love between this couple? Like, is there any love here? What's the love between this couple? What can we see? There's narcissism. There's narcissism. This Four of Swords, it represents resting, but in this deck, for me, it represents narcissism. This is what a narcissist do to you. They try to bound you up. They try to use your words against you. The knife in the mouth representing use your words against you, representing the Four of Swords representing like trying to force you to sleep. And damn, I'm upset that I didn't. Oh damn! It's so funny. I'm upset because I just got a message on my phone, so I didn't even turn off my phone connection. I don't even know what you would call it. Usually I turn off like my service. You know how you can, I think it's like the button is green, like, and usually I turn that off and stuff, but it threw me off when I like got a message, an alert, and I'm like, wait, what the hell? Usually I turn, so damn. So yeah, hopefully like the video isn't interrupted. And at first I didn't know, like, because like you get that banner. So I got that banner. So then I was looking to see, like, okay, well, is the reading even being recorded? I was going to be so sad and upset if the reading wasn't recording. Yeah, I need to not do that again. But yeah, this represents narcissism, right? A narcissist trying to like use your words to get against you. A narcissist trying to make you like sleep, basically, trying to like put things to rest, like not allow you to express yourself, right? Trying to make you seem like you're a monster, like you're some sort of beast. This is a very powerful card. What I'm seeing here is that this is a vibe of narcissism. And let me just say, this woman, she's strong, but it's foolishness. You guys know what I say about the Page of Swords and even the Knight of Swords? It represents someone that, this even looks like her too. Maybe when she was younger. I don't know about now, but I don't even know what she looks like now, actually. I haven't really looked. But it's kind of just like the Page and Knight of Swords represent someone that feels like they're being smart or they're making the right decision. But usually they tend to be foolish. I'm seeing here a foolish woman that's dealing with her own form of narcissism. this is a lesson here with this as well, because it's almost just like when you're trying to force something to work that should have died, sometimes people try to make it seem like that person is weak or, a victim. But are they really the victim in this situation? Because the woman here is taking a prominent role in these spreads. It's not really, the man isn't really popping out, right? So I'm seeing here a woman that has a lot of her authority intact, right? Like she's not really forced to be in this situation, right? Even the narcissism card is sideways, pertaining to both of them. It's kind of just like we're dealing with two narcissists. You know how they say sometimes you attract what you are? I'm seeing that here. We're dealing with a woman that's a narcissist that can't let it go. It's kind of just I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know what it could be. But what I'm seeing here is that this is a narcissist that can't let things go. What else can we see? Because this is about love and shit. So what's going on here? All right, about their home, their foundation. What else can you see? Yeah, they're not content. The 4 cups represent not being content. I was telling you what's the love situation between them. I'm seeing a woman here that's a narcissist that couldn't let things go. And look, to close this particular spread, the Knight of Swords. So we started with the Page of Swords, and I was telling you that it represents someone that thinks they're smart, and then we're closing it with someone that thinks they're smart again. Not just that, the 4 cups represents someone not being content, and they're both dealing with narcissists. They're both narcissists. They're both dealing with it basically, because she's a narcissist and he's a narcissist. I mean, I'm not seeing people that love each other. I'm seeing people that's kind of almost using their mind or their brain or what they feel like is a logical decision, right? It's kind of just and it's not even coming from a higher logical sort of vibration, right? It's not coming from the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. Yeah, those can both be ruthless depending on the energy. But what I'm seeing here is that this is kind of just a low sort of just ignorant sort of, I don't know, way of thinking coming from these two, right? What does this Nelly guy, what does he think of, these cards are funny today. What does this Nelly guy think of his woman? What can I see? What does he think about her? All right. This Nelly guy is reserved. The Emperor sideways is reserved. He's not really affectionate towards her. Not just that, she's not comfortable. Yeah, and he's making her stuck. She's stuck. So it's kind of just what I'm seeing here is a guy that really don't even have any affection towards her. Right? The Emperor again, sideways. It represents a man being reserved, a man that's cold. So he's a cold man. Not just that, he causes her a lot of shame and embarrassment and regret. Not just that, it's almost just in her heart, she wants to leave. She doesn't want to be in this relationship. That's why it's showing that she's going to be one of the main ones that's going to be, like I was showing you, stepping out. I don't know who's going to do it first, but she's definitely not going to just be sitting at home while he's cheating. Let's put it that way. She's going to be getting her rocks off as well, right? So what I'm seeing here is that this is a guy he's not really an affectionate guy. He's a cold guy. He's not a good guy. I gotta be real with you. And not just that, this relationship is stuck. So he's not innocent as well. It's kind of just the Emperor, he knows what he's doing. The Emperor isn't a fool. This isn't a youthful energy. You see this man has an indicator of maturity with his white beard. This guy, he knows what it is. I'm pretty sure this man dealt with all sorts of women in his life, from young, from old, from everything in between, right? So he knows what women want. He knows what to give them. He's not giving it to her. He's just no, I won't give it to you. And yeah, I mean, why does he not give it to her? Can we see? Why is he causing her these problems? Not giving her what she wants. All right. what I tell you, he has understanding of what's happening. And this almost looks like a jail cell or something with the bars. So it's kind of just like, I don't know. I'm getting in the past, he told her that he can help her out. Sort of just like he can heal her. He can make things right. But it's almost like then pulling that back with the arrow facing the past. So it's kind of just like, okay, yeah, I can give you this love. I can heal you. But then being like, nope, I'll take it back. What else can we see? Yeah, he's ruthless. He's a cold individual with this isolation. You know, he might just be only about the money as well. In projection, where did I tell you that they're both narcissists? They're both narcissistic individuals, right? And 7 represent a marriage, commitment, relationship. 7 isn't always just about marriage. It can also represent a committed relationship. So what I'm seeing here is that, like, they're both narcissists. They're projecting what they are, like, to each other. Like, it's this inner voice. I'm getting like their souls almost calling each other in a way. It's almost just like we have 2 negative individuals with both of their souls being attracted to each other. But at the end of the day, that's pretty much the only harmony that's here, is that it's 2 negative souls, 2 negative spirits that's together, but that's basically just the only harmony that they have between each other. Let me see, like, what does she think of this man? Like, does she care about this man or anything, or? All right. Yeah, she tried to, like, save things. And the Hierophant is always in reverse, or it was sideways with her. Now it's in reverse now. I don't know. It's like, it's something weird about this, right? Because I'm not saying like I don't know her situation, so I don't know like if she was a virgin when she met him, but that's almost like what it's giving me. It's almost kind of like a old-fashioned way of thinking, almost like, let's just say like, oh, he took my virginity, so I have to be with him, sort of situation. It's something with like a old school, old-fashioned way of thinking. This Hierophant, it's something outdated, right? Not just that she felt like entering into this relationship would release burdens. She believed the lies. She believed the bullshit that he was telling her. Like, I can heal you. I can save you, right? She thought like things were going to be better. Not just that, she also did it for money opportunity reasons as well. So I don't know like what they, you know, maybe they might perform together and shit like that. I don't know if they have a kid here. So it's kind of just like, she did it for the money, for her family. Not just that, contracts with this Ace of Wands. This particular Ace of Wands can relate to contracts, deals, right? It's the actual embodiment of like, of energy, like the tangible side of energy, right? You know, energy is a force, but this is when you're trying to put the force to like work, right? So you're like getting involved in contracts, you're making deals. So that's what I'm seeing here. But it's just going to leave her bitter at the end of the day. So, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe that's probably why she's going to be doing her own thing as well, right? So, I mean, guys, what do you guys have to say about it? So I wasn't really looking at, like, how the pile was set up, so I don't know, like, if it was all in. I don't think, obviously, it wasn't all in a shot. I don't think I even could have gotten it all in a shot, but yeah, guys, what do you thought about this situation? I thought it was fascinating and very insightful. Most definitely. Take care and peace and abundance.